There we go. Whenever you're ready.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the latest episode of the Almost Awesome podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Sam Nicholson, joined alongside by Taryn Owens,
Yalla yalla.
Daniel Moxie,
Hello.
and Warwick.
Hello!
You're not
So,
special, you don't get a last name.
Oh.
yeah, I thought I'd cut you off there. You haven't earned your last name yet. But,
I get told that enough by my dad.
Jesus.
Oh dear, that's awful. Well, it has been quite some time since I've been part of an episode, or since an episode has really been released, actually. So I do apologise for the delay for anyone who's been keeping up with us, you know, the 2 or 3 people, if any. But we might as well get right
people
into
who
it.
only want to listen to Sam.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
They're
All
just
my
like
hardcore
obsessed.
fans, please buy my t-shirts, subscribe to me on the Patreons. But no, I thought we'd jump right into it. So what have we all been playing in the last, 6 months since an episode?
The awkward silence.
Don't all jump in at once.
Oh, well then, I guess I'll start and kick things off. Basically, I've been playing a little indie game called Guild of Dungeoneering.
Dungeoneering.
Yeah, it's a really interesting little game that's hard to explain what it is. You sort of go out and it's a guild full of like really weak, crappy dungeoneers, and you send them to a dungeon to die. And they collect your stuff, and you build up, and you get better and better and better. And it's actually
Sounds
really
pretty
good.
cool.
It's
Sounds
really
like
fun. It has the best, honestly, it has the best opening soundtrack of any game ever.
So you haven't been playing Shower with your dad simulator?
I wish I had.
I thought that's what everyone's been playing these days.
I really want to buy that game, but I don't, simply because if I do, Warwick will call me Cancer. The cancer of Steam.
Wait,
It's
sorry?
pretty funny. It's pretty funny.
It looks amazing, but I don't know. It's not worth $1.
What's
Who
the
needs
Playing
the
it.
simulator?
Shower with your dad simulator.
Oh, that. Jesus.
Disgusting. Whose idea is that?
I'm not sure.
I don't know,
Someone-
but they shouldn't.
Someone who
be
thinks
free.
poorly of people, obviously.
What about you, Moxie? What have you been playing?
Mario Maker, and lots of Mario Maker. And Smash Brothers, because I'm pretty much in a constant state of playing Smash Brothers. I'm playing Smash Brothers and something else at any given time.
What do you have,
doing it
like
now?
2 hands?
Well, no. What I mean is, like, I just, like, I'll go through phases where I play, like, certain games, but I'll always be playing, Smash Brothers. Like, I'll finish playing whatever game it is, and then I'll play a few games of Smash. It's just what I do.
Sounds like me and League.
So how do you like making the Marios?
I love that game. I think it's open enough that people are being really creative and doing some awesome stuff, but it's not so crazy that it's overwhelming. And yeah, I'm having a bloody ball playing it.
I wonder when it'll get to the point where everyone's Mario levels is just like a dick made of Goombas or something like that. I mean, that's pretty much what I anticipated when I first heard of it. But it sounded like an awesome idea. I wish it was on 3DS because that's the only Nintendo platform I have apart from the original Wii. But
Unfortunately, well, I guess it's kind of fortunate. Nintendo, it will be filtering the levels. They've
That's
reserved the
sad.
right to delete any levels, and it's unfortunate but fortunate because it also means they're going to be deleting old, unpopular levels, so that way their servers don't get full of rubbish, and instead they sort of keep the good stuff.
what if you make a level with a friend that's really good but no one really knows about? Like, will that just get deleted and you can never play it again? Or
Well, no, you can keep it on your console, but it'll be
Oh, okay.
It won't be uploaded anymore.
oh,
Because
cool.
you've got you can have like heaps of them stored on your Wii U, but if you upload them online, you can have up to 10. And if you make really good levels and lots of people like star them, which is kind of like liking them, basically, then Nintendo increases your limit and you can make more. I think it's a really good system.
Yeah, it sounds awesome. Like, it's something they should have really come up with ages ago. It's just a natural idea, making your own
Yeah.
Mario levels. I wonder when it'll come to the point when people recreate the entire original games, though, so you won't have to buy them on Virtual Console or anything like that. Do you think people will ever get to that point?
Well, I don't know. There are things that are in those games which you can't do. Um, it's yeah, it's a few people have criticized it because it's not completely open. Like I remember, like I've got New Super Mario Brothers Wii U, which is the biggest mouthful of a stupid title ever. But uh, you can there's all these amazing levels. In particular, there's this one where the entire background looks like it's been hand drawn, um, and it just looks incredible. And it's stuff like that you can't do in Mario Maker. There's also a few items missing because there are so flippin' many in all the games. So
Yeah.
I don't think you could ever completely recreate it. But you could come close.
That's pretty cool. And if you were to ever make a sequel to Mario Maker, though, like Nintendo does with most of their IPs, what do you think you'd add to it that the game's already lacking at the moment? I mean, I haven't played it much, so I wouldn't know what it is lacking or isn't, but if you're at the helm, is there anything you'd add to it for Mario Maker 2?
Um, First of all, I'm not sure Nintendo would do that. Simply because it's rather than it being a new IP, it's more of a it's sort of like a celebration of their like signature IP. So I think it's a bit of a one-off. But yeah, I think honestly, if they were to make a second one, they would literally just make it more open and put more parts in because there's not a whole lot else they could do. Um, you can make levels in the style of like original Mario, Mario Brothers 3, Super Mario World, and the newest one.
That's cool.
Yeah. So they might, add Super Mario 2 as well, and whatever.
Do you think they might just add them as DLC? You know, $5 DLC to unlock
Yeah.
this new pack, rather than releasing a whole new game.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Stuff like that'll be more of an update. I don't think they'll ever release an actual sequel.
Yeah, fair enough.
So what have you been playing recently, Warwick?
Well, I've been playing Metal Gear Solid 5 and this little indie game called Undertale. I've actually been playing Undertale more than Metal Gear Solid 5. They're both really good, though.
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 5. I've been hearing so much about that, yet I know absolutely nothing about the game. Like all the forums and everything, everyone's like, oh, Metal Gear Solid 5, Metal Gear Solid 5. I know basically nothing about the franchise, but how does it stack up to the rest of them? Have you played the rest of them, or?
I have played the rest of them. It's different from the series because it's more actiony. Like the only thing you could really compare it to is Metal Gear Solid 4 in that respect. But it's good because I think someone on the internet put it the best. Metal Gear Solid 4 is a shit ton of cutscenes without a lot of gameplay. But Metal Gear Solid 5 is a shit ton of cutscenes with gameplay. So that's always a good iteration.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it's a bit of an epic. Kojima apparently puts together a good story and whatnot. But I think the best review I've seen of that is someone said to me that it makes his Metal Gear pretty solid. So,
That's beautiful. That's a work of art.
yeah, it's not really.
I really want to get into Metal Gear. It looks like a fun series.
Yeah, something I want to jump into. I don't think it is anything I'll jump into anytime soon. We did have that discussion in an earlier episode where there's just like too much backstory to get into. But I don't know. Like, all I really know about Metal Gear Solid is hiding under cardboard boxes, and that Solid Snake has a really cool final smash thing in Brawl. That's about it. But
Yeah.
What have you been playing, Taryn?
I went through mine at the start.
Oh, you did.
I was the first one after the awkward silence. What have you been playing, Sam?
I do apologize. I've been playing a whole lot of FIFA online.
Oh my god.
I'll get on to this, later through the episode, but I did pretty much break my controller today because of that. But apart from that, I've also been playing a fair bit of Witcher 3 and some Rugby League Live 3, which is an awfully broken game, but, it's all you're going to get with a rugby league game, I guess.
Broken
not-
how?
Can we please get an EA-developed rugby league game?
That will never happen, but my god, that would be a wet dream.
Was it broken like that one PS2 rugby? And you could put all their stats to max and then use them in the league ladder?
No, it's not really broken like that, it just doesn't work. Like, players won't stand where they're supposed to, even when you're controlling them, they might run out to the sideline or something like that. And
Jesus.
Run out and then it's a handover, stuff like that. It just makes it really hard to play, and the passing is awful, and yeah, I don't know, but I've been playing a whole lot of it for whatever reason. But mostly, I haven't been playing too much video games compared to normal. I've been watching a lot of Star Wars, Clone Wars, and a lot of Sword Art Online. Have you guys ever watched that before?
I have
No.
not.
I have. I'm not really big into it.
Yeah, look, that's fair. I mean, I can imagine why. It gets kind of annoying probably halfway through the first season, if a little bit before then. But what I really wanted to talk about with Sword Art Online, though, is basically the concept of it, the virtual massive multiplayer online games, VR MMOs. So, for those of you who don't know, Sword Art Online is a game where everyone puts on a sort of, Project Morpheus sort of headset thing going on, and they're all teleported into this game world where they can control it with their own mind and bodies and stuff like that. It's almost as if you're actually in this world. There's some dude, the creator of it, who made it so you can't log out. If you die in the game, you die in real life, etc., etc. And the only way to get out is to beat the game, which is super difficult. But so in the game, smell, actual smells, you can smell things that you can touch, you can actually feel, all that sort of stuff, which I thought was a really cool concept. And I wanted to talk about, do you guys think we'll ever see that in our lifetime? Obviously not the dying part, but...
That was the part I was most interested in.
Oh, there you go.
I know. I want Taron to drink virtual bleach.
Oh my god!
Oh, wow. Just to put it bluntly.
I'm kidding, man. I love you.
Thank you, Warwick. I'll get you back in the later topics. Honest.
That's right. Jesus.
Oh, it's going to be a good episode.
Oh my
Yeah.
god! Wow, that hurt.
It might happen.
Well,
It depends if someone finds some way of actually inventing that. Because who knows, someone might discover how to do that in like a week's time. Or they'll be like, oh yeah, I found a way to tap into the human mind and make it experience like this sort of world.
yeah. Honestly, I think it all depends on the success of Oculus Rift. Like, if Oculus Rift, PlayStation VR, and I can't remember the name of the Steam one. Is it just Steam VR?
I have no idea.
No idea, man.
Something like that. But if they succeed, then people will look into trying to do all this new sort of stuff, like bringing in, being able to sense things and all that sort of stuff in virtual reality. If they're all a flop, developers won't even give it another shot, I don't think.
I did see an article a few weeks ago. I can't remember what the link is or anything, so I can't send it to you, but it was something about people like developing a way to make touchable holograms. And apparently they were like pretty well along in that process.
There you go. We could have Iron Man's Jarvis thing going on sooner than expected.
Well, you also got that whole thing where when the Oculus Rift and that was starting to get pretty ahead in development, you had people start developing peripherals so that you could interact like with the game and such with your hands and such. Like there's some footage of someone doing that to the Source Engine, and they basically modified Half-Life 2, and you can basically play the game with your hands, and so like you actually have to manually reload and such, and it's really it looked really cool when I saw it.
Nice.
That sounds awesome. But if they did make something like Sword Art Online, that's a fantasy kind of world. But take an existing IP and put it in that perspective of where you're actually living in that world and feeling it and stuff. What IP would you like to see, adapted into that sort of style of game?
Can we just get the most obvious one out there and say Minecraft?
Minecraft.
No, not even that. Not
No.
even that.
Minecraft would be pretty sweet.
You already got a game that pretty much fulfills like all the like drama bullshit and everything for that. Like EVE Online. I mean,
Yeah.
EVE Online is a game where people will drive to another person's town, dig up optical fiber cables and cut them so that they can't log in, so they can do so they can do corporate sabotage and shit. And if you think I'm lying, no, they've actually done that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean,
Nuts.
because with EVE Online, the assets people have virtually actually have a tangible value in the real world, and we're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah. They have real life
Sounds
accountants, don't they? They have real life accountants, like just doing the game math for that game.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's nuts.
That's
That is
insane.
crazy.
I've never heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the last big thing I heard about on EVE Online was there was this big battle over a space station, and it was between these two massive factions, and they're all player manned, by the way, and each top tier ship is about $10,000 US, and about 50 of them were destroyed in that battle.
Oh, man.
It was like a $300,000 battle or something. I had one of my friends was involved in it to a lesser degree. Just nuts.
So yeah, when basically all you need to do is have the VR and that, and you pretty much got the game already.
That would
Yeah.
be pretty sweet though, VR, actually fly around in the ship with your things, start shooting at other ships to destroy them.
Yeah, exactly. Like, in Sword Art Online, they're not really aware. Like, they know they're obviously lying on their bed wearing a helmet, except it doesn't look like that. It's not like a screen in front of them or anything. Your consciousness is in the game. So that'd make it even cooler, really. Like you're actually on that ship, manning it in this gigantic battle. Like, that'd be absolutely sick. But one franchise I'd really like to see it happen to, which in a way is kind of about to happen, but it's Pokemon. I reckon to actually be in that world with the actual Pokemon and stuff, that would be insanely good.
Pokemon
I think
Go
that just made you froth, Taryn.
Yes. Yes.
I gotta be back real quick. Oh, sorry.
Oh, good. This is why we have
Jesus.
chat.
Edit.
Edit.
10 bucks on when he gets back, I'm back.
Oh, yeah, when we're saying something important.
Yeah. In the middle about talking about Pokemon Go, and he comes back, I'm back. Okay, cool.
Oh,
I'm sorry, guys. I need to go to the toilet. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
add that to the end of the episode, I reckon.
Yeah, edit that out for sure. Put that down as the edit part.
Love you.
But yeah,
Oh.
Pokemon Go, speaking of that, looks amazing.
I am looking forward to the Pokemon Go. Except I'm waiting for the world to be way less productive when it comes out. People are going to quit their jobs and go looking for bloody Lugia and drown in the Pacific Ocean.
You could totally sell Lugia for $1 billion if you were the one to find it. I read somewhere that
Yeah.
legendaries there's only going to be a couple around the world or something like that. Is that true? I don't know, but
I have no idea. As I
I
was saying,
doubt they would do that because that's kind of dumb.
not really. It would be cool.
it'd be
I
so
think
cool.
they'll make them rare. I think they won't generate them as often as they'll generate, Zubat or something. But
They might be like the codes at EB Games where it's, this is available at this place for a certain amount of time.
Yeah,
But,
yeah, it'd probably be like that.
You also had the trailer, everyone was fighting Mewtwo all at once. So, if that was kind of an idea scale between how many people it would take to take down a legendary so you could catch it, the guy who would catch it would be ganged up by everyone else promptly afterwards.
Yeah, he would be immediately stabbed and trampled.
As I was saying
Yeah.
to Daniel the other day, how many people are going to actually die like this, You're standing on one side of the road and you look across the other side and it's like, oh, look, a Mr. Mime. Run, bang, hit by a car. Well,
Yeah.
no. Mr. Mime only appears at 3 in the morning when you're in bed. Dark.
Yeah, in
You
the
get
dark
your little
corner.
buzz on your phone, and you look around, and there's a Mr. Mime standing at the end of your bed. That's what's going to happen.
And then he
That would,
leans forward, Mr. Mime!
that would be cool.
And then you have nightmares.
Then you proceed to catch him, and nothing explicit goes on.
No.
But yeah, that's one game I really don't want it to go any further into virtual reality. I don't want to have to run around in the backyard in the grass searching for random encounters.
Yeah, exactly right.
That means going outside, and that's a scary thought.
Or you're a farmer or something like that, and you forgot to turn your Pokemon Go off, and you go out into the tall grass, and every 2 seconds you've got like a wild Rattata or something like that at your ankles.
Level 2 Rattata.
Yeah, forgot to bring your repellent into the field.
Jesus. Oh my god.
Yeah, the world's not gonna. The world's gonna cease to function as it currently is eventually. What'll happen is everyone will be wearing these little headsets, and they'll go around thinking that there's Pokemon, and it'll actually become the world of Pokemon, except only because people are wearing these headsets.
Does that
Nintendo.
mean Penrith will become Pallet Town?
No,
No.
No.
no. Penrith will cease to exist because it's not worthy.
What are you
Pretty sure it's
talking
more
about?
worthy than where we're from, Daniel.
No.
You guys can be, the Orange Islands. People go up there once and then leave.
That makes so much sense, though.
Makes so
Oh,
much
man.
sense. Orange Islands. Oh, beautiful.
And then you've got, Australia can just be, what's the name of is it the third region? Ruby Sapphire? I can't remember the name of the region.
Hoenn.
Hoenn.
Hoenn,
Australia
yeah.
can just be Hoenn, our own little island off the coast of nothing.
And
Yeah.
also the best games in the series.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
The
that was
sequels-
like the height of Pokemon.
The sequels were the best. The sequels are by far the best games ever. Best Pokemon games, I should say. Not the sequels, the remakes. God damn it.
The remakes, yeah. I knew what you meant.
That one.
There's
Yeah,
just
no.
too many Pokemon. There's flipping like that ice cream thing, whatever it is.
Trubbish and Keys and ice cream.
There was an actual Pokemon that looked like an ice cream.
Yeah.
Oh, that stupid thing, yeah.
There's a Pokemon that's actually just a set of keys.
There's
They've
also a
just got
Pokemon.
So
The
creative.
Nilox.
There's also a Pokemon that's a sword. That was kind of a marginal improvement.
That was a cool one, though.
It's a
then-
sword.
And then there's the bag of rubbish.
You just
That Pokemon sounds pretty rubbish.
you and Trubbish.
Yes.
Fight
Trubbish
me
and Garbodor.
Fight me RIL. My Squirtle against your Charmander.
Anytime, any place.
Oh man,
Wait.
imagine how many fights are going to be settled like that on the primary school yard.
Oh, it's gonna be great. Except you need a phone. I mean, yeah, they're giving phones to yeah, they are giving phones to 3-year-olds these days. So
Never mind.
that'll happen.
My Charmander, your Squirtle, yeah, let's do it. Oh man, that was the dream back when I was 10. If we could do that, jeez. Yeah, that's one cool world that we could live in, like a Sword Art Online world. That we're actually sort of going with Pokemon Go, like we just talked about. But another one that I'd love is Mass Effect. I don't know if you guys have played too much Mass Effect, but god damn, that universe would be awesome to live in.
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
I don't know. I wouldn't like it if the Reapers were around. They're not. They're kind of scary. I mean, there's a lot of scary things in the Mass Effect universe.
Yeah, like the ending. God, that was a shit ending.
Oh. Yeah.
It wasn't
like,
that bad.
It doesn't matter where you are in the Mass Effect universe. When that ending happens, you sort of start vomiting and convulsing and,
I gave up on the series after the first one. The first
I
one was by far the best one.
It was the best one. I enjoyed 2, but then 3 just took all pretense of choice, and literally everything was like chocolate, vanilla. Let's have both. No one will tell the difference.
Yeah, the ending of Mass Effect just broke the series.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, yeah, sure, there was one ending and your choices don't matter too much, but the way I see it is every other game, or most other games or movies end in one particular way. So I'm not too fussed about it. I mean, we get that with most other games, so like the story up to that point in the long run was good. So I don't know, it didn't really affect me that much. I suppose it was just more of the same as what we get with other games, straight up one ending sort of thing.
What I
Yeah.
didn't like it. What I
Um,
didn't. Sorry.
You go.
What I didn't like about it though was like I would have been perfectly fine, except two of the endings were pretty much identical. You know, like control the Reapers, merge with the Reapers, and then it was destroy the Reapers. And like from the outset of the entire game, Reapers were these genocidal robots. So what was the logical idea? Oh, destroy the Reapers. But then that turns out to be the worst idea in the series, even though logically it should be the best idea. Because like when you play the first game, they have this whole thing about the indoctrination thing in that, and they also go a bit into it in the second game. And then like when Mass Effect 3 first came out, like there was this theory going around, oh, maybe Shepard's been indoctrinated throughout the entire series, and then BioWare was just like, nah, we were just lazy.
Yeah, that pretty much did happen.
Lazy
You're not
developers.
wrong there. But I think if EA, I mean, were to publish a game like that, it seems a lot of their games have been sort of broken on release and stuff like that. Like, you just have to look at Battlefield 4. But a lot of game testers have been saying recently that games this quarter, they're going to come out broken. I've got an article here, if I just pull it up and read a little bit from it. It says, major games this Christmas could be launching with crippling bugs, just like in 2014. That's the warning from leading games testing firms who insist too many publishers have not learnt their lessons from quarter 4 last year. So, what do we think of that? Do we think publishers are just going to keep being lazy? Why do you think we keep getting broken games? Or maybe, you know, release times are too strict? All that sort of stuff?
It's pretty much a mixture of two things. Everyone's used to it now, and the developers are also, and I think the developers are also used to be given these like really shit schedules. Because like with the big publishers, it's always like got to be done by Christmas. Like you'll get 2 years max, and it's out by Christmas, from what I understand. Like I'm not sure if that's accurate, but that seems to be the case. Like like Metal Gear Solid 5. If you haven't been hearing about it, it's actually not complete. Kojima
No, they
had,
cut a ton out of it, didn't they?
yeah, they had to cut stuff out, cut stuff down. There's supposed to be like another chapter or some such, and like they just didn't have time constraints. But then also with Kojima, it was because they went into like $80 million, and Konami wasn't really willing to shell out another couple million.
Of course not. That's Konami. But my question is, why are they trying to rush to get games out this quarter? Like, you're going up against Fallout 4, Battlefront.
Battlefront? Yeah.
That's the one. That's like two of the biggest games of the year. Why do you want to go up against that?
Because that's when everyone puts their games out there, fresh and new for Christmas. All the kids are excited and want them under the tree in December. I guess
Yeah,
like that. I guess.
Yeah, but put
What
it
about
out
the
in.
Jewish kids?
Well, Hanukkah presents. I don't know.
They're not
They get-
important. They're not
they get-
important.
They get 7 days of Hanukkah.
They're not important. Oh dear.
There goes the one of the 3 viewers.
Yeah.
We have 3 first.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
news to me.
that one was Jewish. Sorry, guy.
Oh, I apologize. Baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. That's all I got.
Where has this gone down to? That was the biggest derail of the century.
I'm sorry.
I think that's my fault. I think that's my fault.
Nah, it's all good. But what were we saying?
I can't remember. I should probably apologize, though. I'm really not racist against Jewish people or anyone.
We could say your train of thought was derailed.
Yes, Spider-Man. Good job, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's driving the mystery machine right now.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
dear.
I don't know what is going on.
I'm having fun.
We were talking about why you go up against Battlefront and Fallout 4, and I was talking about it because of Christmas, and I think that's where we left off because Jews don't have Christmas.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well,
Jeez.
most don't. Anyway, yeah, this is true. I noticed today Nintendo has announced they've delayed Star Fox Zero.
Oh,
Now,
really?
yeah, they want to put it out first quarter next year, which I'm pretty happy about, really, because it didn't look like that fun. It didn't really look that fun at E3. They've said they want to put new stuff in it, and even if they don't, I don't know. It could be much better than it was looking earlier. Because of this. But it
Fair
does
enough.
mean, Nintendo doesn't have like a brand new awesome game to be selling at Christmas.
Yeah, but is that overly important? How many of their games would they have? Well, I guess with Nintendo, it's like a special thing. They'd sell as many of their games as possible because none of these big games are available on their consoles. So,
Well, a lot of them aren't.
well, the two major ones for Christmas, Battlefront, Fallout 4. You could even
Oh
say
yeah.
Tomb Raider. None of the major ones are
And
available on the Nintendo. So,
in the end, whoever was going to get Star Fox was going to, buy it whenever it was intended to be released or whenever it gets delayed to anyway.
Yeah,
pretty
that's
much.
true. I mean,
But,
I really wasn't thinking whether I buy it because it's still just. I mean, it's probably my favorite sort of rail shooter type thing, but it's still not my sort of thing. If that
It
makes any
looks pretty
sense.
darn average. But why do you think all these games are coming out, unfinished? Do you think developers are just lazy or?
I think there's a mixture of things. Having done some software development and learning about the industry, as well as just being in IT, people have these sort of deadlines they put on you. And it's like, this needs to be done now. And I hear a lot about how that happens to developers. Their publishers will come up to them and say, well, you've got, 2 years to make the best game ever, and if you don't release it by then, we're going to cut your pay by like 75% or something. And
Yeah, but surely publishers realize that when they put out the broken game, it looks bad for the publisher as well.
Does it really,
I
though?
mean,
but
yeah, it
yeah,
does. I mean, how
what's
many
happened
people
though
hated EA
is
because of Battlefield 4's release? Like,
How many people went out and bought the new Battlefield anyway?
yeah,
yeah,
that's
that's the
true.
thing. EA
But
is
that,
pretty much used to that now, and
yeah,
yeah, they probably don't like the criticism,
but
but
that's
it's
that's
not
also more of
affecting
the
them that
reason
much.
that like with every new release, they immediately cut support for the previous iteration.
To force you to
Yeah,
buy the new
that's
one.
true as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
That
like
makes sense.
they pretty much did that with Battlefield 3, and like as far back as I can remember, if it wasn't like a single player centric game, like either they'd shut the servers down, they'd cut support, or a mixture of the two. Like just so people would buy the new iteration.
Yeah. Ultimately, that comes back on us as gamers, though, because we're the ones who will go and pre-order a game by EA. Like I refuse to pre-order a game by EA ever. I don't care if it's got pre-order exclusives. They just release too many crappy broken games, and I will wait until the game's been fixed before I go and buy it. Um,
Yep, I pretty much 100% agree with you. Very few games I buy day one.
I bought Mario
Yeah,
Maker Day one, but I trust Nintendo. I probably trust Nintendo a bit too much, but they have a really good track record with releasing completed games.
Yeah, but
And
when
as
is
Zelda and Star Fox have proven, they will happily delay a game if it means they're not going to release a broken one.
Yeah.
Especially
that's
when
the
you
way it should be for every developer.
But like, especially when you consider like the support they give to what little third-party developers they have. Like, there was some 3DS strategy game where it was basically like American Folktales fighting aliens, and apparently the team that did Fire Emblem, they did a lot of support helping those guys make the game.
Yep.
Like Nintendo knows what's up because they know that'll make them money. Like in the end of the day, and
Yeah,
I
exactly.
And like when you consider like the budgets in comparison to like games by EA and that, Nintendo's like a shoestring. So they're always turning a profit on their games, I bet.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
exactly right.
Nintendo, like, some people might argue Nintendo's dying, but they do make good profits. I mean, their business strategy is a bit of a hit and miss, but ultimately, like, they don't have many, like, even the Wii U at the moment is making them a profit. Um, so yeah, and I think part of that comes to not necessarily having the biggest fan base, but they've developed a loyal fan base by constantly releasing, games that work, and yeah,
Games that are good. And you
yeah,
Yeah,
also
that's
got the
right.
fact that the really young audience that gets into the games, they pretty much always have them. Like
oh yeah,
yeah, like sure that they'll move on to Xbox and that, but you can bet they'll still have like a Wii or a Wii U to go along with it. If not, they stick with it.
yeah, and that's something I've noticed. While Xbox and PlayStation do delve into making, kid-friendly games, like if I ever have kids, they will have a Nintendo because they by far have the best kids games.
Why will you not buy them a Sega?
But
Yeah,
My kids shall be
The
Sega
one
kids.
working Sega by the times Daniel
Yes,
was kids in the
yes.
entire world.
like with the Xbox,
I'm waiting for Nintendo to buy Sega.
mm,
I
It's
really don't
coming.
think. I think that is coming because, like, Sonic keeps getting used on Nintendo. There's a Sonic exclusive Wii U game and stuff.
Yeah,
I do
they just
think
got nothing.
Nintendo's on their way to just purchasing at least some of Sega's properties.
Here's 50
But,
bucks. How much of Sega can we buy?
it's not like it'll hurt. It's not like it'll hurt those properties either, because like look at every recent Sonic game from like 2006. They have not been received well. I think the best received one was Sonic Generations.
But
And
they
even
Yeah,
have
that,
no
that
good
Yeah.
games.
that was more or less like it was sort of like a Rev Replay kind of thing.
yeah,
It was just
and like
good.
even then, like that Sonic Generations thing had a pretty frosty reception from what I remember.
Yeah,
It
but
did.
it did actually have people who like it, unlike, Sonic Boom or whatever it is that has no one who likes it.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That game did not happen.
What is with
Just-
what is with Knuckles? Why does he look so weird? They're like, I don't
And
know.
they name him
The
Knuckles
characters
when
are
he's a
weird.
hedgehog.
No, he's not. He's an echidna.
Yeah,
A what?
Knuckles is meant to
Knuckles
be
is
an
an
echidna, and
I
well, he's
revoked
a
my
red
statement.
thing.
Yeah. He's clearly not
I
a
mean-
knuckle, let's put it that way. But the thing with
Have you
Sega
heard
is,
like the origins of Knuckles? Have you heard like his origin story? There used to be the Knuckles clan of echidnas, and they were a proud warrior race who protected this magic crystal. And then there's only one left, and his name is Knuckles. It's so dumb.
it's
Cool.
like naming your kid human. But
Yeah.
the thing
I'm
with
stealing
Sega
that
is
name.
they're not actually only a video game company. I remember listening to another podcast talking about it, and they looked into Sega, and they're one of these weird companies, and Japanese companies seem to do it. They also do a whole lot of things. They also make they have a sub brand that's actually Sega, but it's called something else that makes like kitchen appliances and
Yeah,
like all
Nintendo
this
does
just
that.
random stuff. Yeah, it's just Sega. You're also buying all of that other stuff.
Yeah, but you don't have
Which
to
it
buy all
probably
that
costs
stuff.
a lot more than you think so.
You don't have to buy all that stuff. You just buy their gaming division off them.
Oh man, I'd totally want a Sega blender. It'd be blue and it'd go fast.
There's many Sega things I want that are blue and go fast.
Yeah, it'd be the most annoying blender though. You like turn it on, it's like Sonic Speed, Sonic Speed,
Oh, yeah.
which is
Imagine
basically all I do when I use Sonic in Smash Brothers.
that.
And
Chop
oh
your
man, that'd be
fingers off trying to get
infuriating.
all of your rings.
You're wearing rings.
But yeah,
When you when
I think
when you turn the blender off, you're too slow.
you know.
I don't get
Yeah,
that.
oh, dang, I hate Sonic. He just has an annoying voice. But I think one day Nintendo, they'll just become a software company.
I really
Or
hope
maybe
so.
handheld as well. But I actually really want them to become software only. They can focus all their effort on making awesome games and then make more money as well if they would let Microsoft and Sony sell their games, like publish them and stuff, have them on their consoles. They'd make so much more
In
money
other
because their
words, you want
hardware
Nintendo to become a
sales are just going
software
down.
company so you can play their games.
I
Yes.
will happily buy Nintendo consoles when I have, a good pocket of funds behind me, but
We have banks. Go get a loan.
get a loan for the Wii U.
Can I have a loan so I can buy a Wii U?
The
I
Wii
promise
U,
I'll be heaps productive and stuff and get all the money back.
Taron, mate, the Wii U isn't a PS4 and Xbox One. You don't need to take a loan out.
Yeah, that's
No.
still like $300.
I like Nintendo staying in hardware as well because currently, if you look at the industry, the only people who actually innovate anything are Nintendo. And this includes in hardware. The Xbox One is literally an Xbox 360 on steroids. And same with PS4. It's a PS3 on steroids.
Not
Whereas,
really. They're just
while the Wii
PCs.
U hasn't been that successful, it is a new crazy console with like a new idea. And I personally hope Nintendo keeps innovating in all areas rather than just making good games. I mean, yeah, they make
But
great
you know what?
games, but I think if we need that sort of freshness in the industry, I think that's just good for it.
Yeah,
The
because
sort of thing that Nintendo innovated with the Wii U, like the gamepad, other developers have already integrated stuff like tablet support that's optional, which is the superior way to do it. Like, they've sort of innovated on that themselves, or something like a Wii remote. Microsoft came up with Kinect, which obviously
Yeah,
didn't work, and it was
what
pretty
I'm
darn
talking
terrible, but
Yeah, but what
I
I'm
don't know.
saying though is that Nintendo was the one who had that idea, that did it in the first place. Then yeah, sure, the other companies might have done something better or something sort of like a variant on it, but it was still Nintendo that made that standard. Like motion control, I don't know if it's going to be a standard next gen, but certainly this gen, like Xbox tried to push out Kinect for everything and stuff for a while, and it all comes back to when Nintendo made the Wii and it was successful.
Yeah.
But it was successful mostly because of the software that was on it. Everyone wanted to play Wii Sports. Everyone wanted to be playing tennis. Like, I guess the Wii remotes, the actual motion functionality was cool, but, back when the Wii came out, people gave it a year, and then they realized that there really wasn't a whole lot you could do with it that worked well. I mean, there weren't a lot of great Wii games because of the way that you had to control it. Like, sure, there was something like Twilight Princess, but everyone just preferred the GameCube version because you could use the actual normal controller.
Yeah.
So it was sort of the software that made the Wii anyway, which is why I'd like them. That's why I'd like them to become a software company.
but
No, we'll have to see what happens with the
but,
NX, I guess.
but when we get Sword Art Online in real life, you bet your ass it's going to be Nintendo that's the one, pushing the charge.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what the
For
NX is.
sure.
Yeah. The
Oh,
NX
my-
is a mind control headset that puts you in a false sense of reality.
Nintendo's high-quality virtual reality system
And
that
and
is
they're
also a touchscreen.
and they're going to bundle. They're going to
It's a
bundle.
motion control touchscreen virtual reality. So you put on
And
the
what's
VR
better than
goggles, but
wasted
you've got to
on
tap
something
on
like
the
a Kirby
glass
game
on
or
the
something
inside.
like that.
And they're gonna bundle it with the most Japanese thing there is.
Yeah, totally.
Tentacle Girl Paradise.
Oh my
where you're,
god.
Where you're
That's
the
what we
tentacle
all want to
Can we
monster.
edit that out?
No, keep it in.
No, but we'll edit it. We'll edit the part for you asking to edit that out.
Yeah, alright.
Jesus. Oh my god.
Do we just move on to the next topic now, or what?
Yeah.
Let's give it a shot.
All right.
This topic's gonna.
Well, I'm going to go make use of amenities. You take it away.
Oh my god. Jesus.
Brad's got to have a tough job this episode.
This'll test his real skills. But anyway, online multiplayer. The communities are very, very toxic. For example, Warwick.
Oh, come on, Taron. You're the guy that tells people online to drink bleach.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Dan, Moxie, did he not tell me to drink bleach at the beginning of this episode?
You are correct in saying that he did tell you to drink
Thank you.
virtual bleach at the beginning of this episode.
Also, I have an honourable great teammate banner in League, meaning I am not toxic.
And everyone who plays with you wonders why you still have that. Seriously, at the end of every game, literally 2 of us will go, Taryn, why the hell do you still have that?
Because I am a great teammate, cunt. That's essentially why.
See, you're getting. I'm assuming that's the teamwork banner and not the friendly banner.
The
Great
teamwork.
teammate. Great teammate, yes. Even though I, go off at my teammates a little bit some games.
Yes, telling someone to drink bleach is going off at them a little bit.
I don't do such things. I'm giving them friendly advice.
Oh, God.
I advise you to drink bleach. That's when they give you the helpful on a point.
Yeah, helpful. Thank you for the great advice. Your advice made me lose 10 kilos. And, everything. Oh my God.
Incidentally, I gained severe brain hemorrhaging.
But let's just get off LOL for a second, because we all know that's a terrible, terrible
That is an
community.
awful community.
Does anyone have any other online communities that they've interacted with that are a little better than League?
The Guild. I haven't played that much Guild Wars. I bought Guild Wars 2, and I played it for a little while, but I'm not a huge MMO person. But I noticed the community was pretty good on that. But that's with a lot of MMOs actually. Like your senior MMO players who are high level and stuff are either the nicest people on earth or the worst people ever.
Yeah. I guess with MMOs, though, it makes sense for people to be nice, because one person being an asshole, you just walk away from them and don't talk to them again. Whereas games
It's like real life.
Whereas games like CS:GO, League of Legends, Dota, all those sort of teamwork games, one bad person and the game is over.
Yeah.
So,
Especially like in LoL, the only times I really rage when I used to play LoL are what is it? If there's an intentional feeder or something in my game, I go off. I just go completely nuts. So cranky at them.
Oh, I do that all the time. Warwick will agree with me. As soon as there's someone intentionally feeding, unless it's me, because I do that quite a lot.
Oh, thanks. And now I have that in vocal proof.
We'll edit that out. But anytime anyone intentionally feeds or starts acting like an idiot, I go off my nut at them and tell them several mean things. But
Yeah, that's totally fair enough. I mean, whenever I play something seriously that I'm actually trying at, which isn't too often, but usually it's Halo if I am doing that, or used to be anyway. I haven't played Halo in friggin' ages, but that'd drive me crazy. But playing a public match and there's just someone who is either intentionally being crap or just is making the team lose, it used to drive me insane. But I'd never abuse them. I'd never say anything to them, even if I was talking to them over a mic. But it'd just drive me insane. But I don't know, do multiplayer games ever make you guys like full on angry? Because I was playing FIFA today, like I was talking about before, and there's this one team, Real Madrid, that you just cannot beat. They just drive me absolutely insane, and sometimes FIFA just has its own bullshit that just doesn't go your way. So I pretty much broke a controller today. I put a pretty decent crack through it, because what happened was I lost 2-0, right? And the whole game I had like all the possession, I had all the shots on goal and everything, but their keeper saved all of them. He took 2 shots. The first one he got in from almost halfway with Ronaldo, which is insane. You just can't do that with any other player. And the second one, it was right inside my own box, and I went to tackle his player when he was about to shoot and score, but my own teammate, an AI teammate, came and tripped my guy over that I was controlling. So then the goal was open, and he scored, and yeah, ended up winning the game. So I threw my controller at my wall. Yeah, the controller isn't too bad. Normally I don't get angry at games, but it just drives me insane, stuff like that on FIFA. I don't know, for some reason I get really competitive with it. Yeah, do you guys ever have those moments? Obviously you might not break stuff, but do you ever get driven absolutely crazy?
I get cranky. I start, just having a hissy fit basically. But I don't break things. I normally have enough control that I will calmly put down the controller and just sort of, feel cranky. Like, it happened one time in Super Smash Brothers. My brother found this like heaps cheap tactic, which I didn't know how to beat, and he just kept using that character, and I didn't know what to do. And so after a couple of games, I just seriously turned the console off and left because I was just annoyed.
Yeah.
This was in the early days of playing Smash Brothers because these days we can't really find any cheap tactics. We played too much. Like we looked at our hours on Brawl, just before we moved over to to Smash 4, and we've played actual like a couple of months straight worth of hours.
Oh,
It's
shit.
ridiculous how much we play that.
Ouch. Ouch.
Yeah.
I'm sure Warwick has a few stories about raging, getting really cranky with games, and not necessarily breaking things, but
I don't break stuff, but like, you ever played an MMORPG? Well,
Yes.
Does
Yeah.
RuneScape count?
yeah, because in those games, I like to play tank characters, and like I go out of my way to mark stuff so that we can get things done quickly and efficiently as possible. And when people don't do that, when people intentionally don't listen, I get annoyed because they're just a bunch of retarded cats in my eyes. I'm just herding them along, hoping they don't die on me.
So people who don't agree with you in MMOs actually turn into animals.
In my eyes, yes.
Fair enough.
That's amazing.
If that's all I had to, why am I not a cat then?
Because you're already a pussy.
Wired, bro.
Wow. I would go off. I would go off at you, but I don't want to lose my great teammate banner, so I will refrain myself.
I'm sorry. I haven't been showing a lot of love to you today, Taryn.
I'll refrain myself and just report you at the end of this podcast.
Oh man, I hope I don't get a
For
permanent
being
ban.
rude in a podcast.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going backwards from trying to earn his last name or thoroughly going towards the goal of earning his last name today.
He doesn't get a last name. He's Warwick. He's just Warwick. But yeah, I mean, it depends on the game. I know CS:GO, the community is still pretty bad. It's not MOBA bad.
Salty.
Like it's not League of
On
Legends bad.
CS:GO, it does depend though, because if you're playing competitive, people are taking the game seriously and aren't too bad. But you play on casual and it's just trolls everywhere. That's what
Not
I've
nec-
noticed.
Not
I mean, I haven't
necessarily.
played
Yeah,
that much
that's it.
CS:GO, but
I play competitive with some of my friends, and they're really high level, like AK level and all that sort of stuff. And I play ranked with them. I'm like, I should be silver 1, the lowest you can possibly be. And I'm running around, and it's sort of 1v1 clutch sort of thing. And I'll die, and the 3 randoms in the game will be questioning me, going off their nut, calling me a noob. It's like, well, yes, I am a noob. Cool. But yeah,
It's kind of salty, but not nearly as bad as League, I've found. I mean, having played both, I've played a bit more Counter-Strike than League, but not a whole lot of either. But those chats, man, there are some angry people in them.
oh,
But,
nothing
yeah.
is as bad as League. I have many, many terrible League stories I could tell.
I usually just like to argue with people in League, because I'm not a very good League player because I haven't played much of it. So if someone starts getting up me like a random, I'll just start ripping into them and insulting them back. So I'm probably not assisting it much, but I try to make it funny and I try to make it
yeah.
at least entertaining for everyone else in the game. I
No,
don't
no.
know.
Oh yeah.
Why do I have a feeling we've gotten into an argument with Sam before, Taryn? What do you
I
reckon?
highly doubt it. I haven't played League for about 2 years.
Oh,
Yeah,
never
no, I
mind.
haven't had an argument with you then. I've had arguments with many people, and some of the insults I use are just terrible.
I don't get I don't get into the argument side of it. Back when I used to play quite a fair bit of League, I start I start sort of taunting them rather. Like if there's some, kid or whatever just shouting at me in the chat, you're a noob, oh my god, whatever. And I just start sort of posting love hearts saying I love you, we should spread the love, stuff like that. Um, being really, I don't know, you could say I'm making them uncomfortable. And I think that's
Nice.
the best way of dealing with them because they start to feel so dumb.
Yeah, and they don't know
Oh
what to
yeah.
say to it. It's always fun playing the mind games.
Now you're making me feel bad because I'm one of these guys that just throws out terrible insults.
I do a bit of both, I guess.
In reality, I try and hide my VM until the end of the match. Because what I like to do is, like, we're doing bad, right? And then the enemy will be like, Ez and stuff like that. And then we'll turn it around and win. And then I'll specifically call out the people who said that. And I'll be like, hey guys, that was Ez. You know what else is Ez? How about you tie up a noose and hang yourself? Because I reckon that would be pretty Ez.
Yeah, he's not lying there. Does that quite a lot.
I'm not nice, but like in my defense, I never started.
Yeah, but you go off at your team more than anything. The amount of times you've gone off at me and everyone.
But
Um,
you intentionally feed. So
no, I don't. Anyway, um, I think we've gonna wrap it up today.
Yeah. Should we do our
Um,
trivia?
yes, yes, we shall. Um, so I've got to find the trivia question. Okay. Oh, well, the trivia question that we had, I don't actually have the answer for, so I'm going to hope one of you guys have the correct answer, or I'm just going to say one of you's are right. So, GTA Online was down for how long at launch? 3, 4, 5, or 6 days?
I think it was 6, wasn't it? I
Uh,
remember. I remember it was down for like at least like in the vicinity of a week.
I thought it was something like that. What about you, Dan?
I'm just gonna go for 6 because I haven't played GTA much at all.
Well,
Like
because
I
we're all
played
in
at a
agreement.
friend's house one time.
We're
So
all in agreement at 6, so we're just going to say the answer is 6. Yay!
yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
wins.
If you actually listen to this podcast, first of all, thank you, and second of all, if you know the answer, let us know,
Yeah, send us an email or tweet at one of us.
and
You can.
we'll tell you why you're wrong because we all agreed on it.
Yeah, we're right. You're wrong. Um, anyways, you can tweet at us at our official Twitter account now.
What, we
AW.
have a Twitter? What?
Yeah, yeah. Oh my God, yes. We recently made a Twitter.
Oh man,
A
we're
Oh, okay,
becoming
cool. I'll have
we're,
to get on that because I don't have Twitter.
ALAW podcast.
we're becoming mainstream here.
Yes, yes, we have one follower who is our editor. So that's a good shout.
Sweet.
Thank you, B-Rad. B3R4D, I think, is his name. Anyway, I think that about wraps us up. So, anyone want to give themselves a shout out?
No.
Nope.
Shout outs to my homeboy Taran for being such a good sport.
Yay!
Yay. Yeah, yeah, we've all been very nice to each other this episode.
Yeah, any
Um,
insults thrown out were not actual insults, and they're actually compliments by saying drink bleach, where it was talking about drinking cordial.
See, that's actually French for you have beautiful eyes.
Go and
Taran,
drink. Go and drink. You have beautiful eyes. What?
Taran
No,
makes the
if you say drink bleach, you're actually speaking French, and it's you have beautiful eyes.
Oh.
alternatively, Taran makes the mean bleach.
Okay. Oh my God. This is what happens when we don't have a proper host. God damn it.
Yeah. But,
Anyways,
alright.
catch us later.
Yeah. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Sam says bye too. Bye-bye. Oh, Jesus. That was terrible.
That was
It
great.
wasn't. That one wasn't that bad. We had a lot of funny moments.
It was so
I mean,
bad
most-
it was great.
Yeah, I think that one's definitely worthy of uploading. It'll just need a bit of editing work. Whereas
Yeah.
last night was just woeful and wasn't funny. And
I'll post last night's thing in the chat, but no one should listen to it because it's extremely awkward and
no,
just
no,
bad.
don't post in the chat. No one's allowed to hear that rubbish.
They can find it. It's on YouTube.
Oh Jesus.
These automatically get uploaded to YouTube. So, that was it was fun, but I don't know how good it was.
All I know is I'm probably never getting invited back.
I'm sure you'll get invited back.
No, we do like you. You're funny. So
Next time you can have a last name.
I thought I was zigzagging the posts there.
You don't get your last name, you get a last name. Or some guy.
Some guy.
It's close enough to your Steam name, I guess. So,
Uh,
problem?
nah. It's all good, man.
No.
It's all good.
Anyways, that was fun.
it was
fun.
fun. I better go and pack
Yeah,
for
no
camping
worries.
now.
I've got to go and
So
pick my
I'm going to
brother.
be gone for like a week, and I definitely can't record while I'm away. So
Why not use that no internet to record an episode?
yeah, you guys have to come out camping with me with recording equipment. So
And we'll
go
do a
buy
live
some.
episode. Okay, I'm on my way to somewhere.
Let's go.
Come knock showground. Yeah,
Come knock.
come
I'm
knock.
sorry. I'm sorry.
I'll hang on. I'll spell that out in the chat for you.
Okay, give me a chance to spell it first. Something like that.
It's that. It's pretty close.
I got close. Come on. I'll take the silver medal. I missed one. No, I added one extra letter. Oh well, I'll take it. Anyways, I'm gonna go pick my brother up. Sadly.
I'll have fun.